In today's video, guys, I got you the new top 5 best loadouts to use here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 6. Now, if you're having any troubles getting nukes, high kill games, increasing your KD, these loadouts are going to help you out a ton. So if you guys are new and find this video to help, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with notice on, and let's get into it. So now, jumping into my first weapon, guys, we have the SVA-545. Now, this weapon has not been nerfed. It hasn't been buffed in a couple updates, and a lot of these other assault rifles have been getting nerfed. So the SVA-545 is once again the new #1 assault rifle here in Modern Warfare 3. And of course, I got you guys the new best class setup. Now, for the rear grip, we are going to be adding on the Demo 650 grip. I want to add this on here. I want to keep the weapon stable. I want to calm the gun kick down. I want to make the recoil control a lot better. So we're going to add this on here, calm our recoil down, make the weapon more stable, more smooth, more accurate when firing with that firing aiming stability that we're going to get. So we're going to go ahead and throw this on for my first attachment. Now, we're going to jump over here to the underbarrel next, and we're going to be adding on the XRK Edge MW3 hand stop grip. Now, I do want to work on some mobility and some handling on this assault rifle. Now, I'm not really a fan of the mobility on this weapon. I like to be aggressive. I like to be a run and gun type player with assault rifles, especially the SVA-545 with its hyper burst, its damage, its fire rate, and everything. I just think it's a great assault rifle to be aggressive with. So we're going to add this on, increase our mobility, increase our handling, have that run and gun type of play style, get into more engagements, get higher kill games, be more aggressive in those gunfights. So we're going to throw this on for a second attachment. Now, for the muzzle here, we are going to be adding on the Quartermaster Suppressor. Now, in my opinion, which I'm sure everyone can agree now, the Quartermaster Suppressor is now the new best muzzle in the game. The M35 is still great, but honestly, just being stealthy, being quiet is just so helpful in those gunfights, just getting around the map a little bit quicker and more quiet. So you can go on those higher kill streaks, getting your nukes, increasing your KD and everything, but also we're getting a lot of recoil control and gun kick control. So this weapon is not going to move whatsoever. You are going to have full control of this weapon. Now, with the rear grip and the suppressor, it's just a great combo with that recoil control. So, of course, we are going to abuse the best muzzle. Now, we're going to jump up here to the barrel next and add on the precision barrel. Now, this should be the only barrel you should use on the SVA. I think it's going to make the weapon so much better at longer ranges, especially if you're going to use this weapon in the hyper burst mode. But we are getting that damage range, we are getting bullet velocity, and some extra recoil control and gun kick control. So, this weapon isn't going to move whatsoever. And we're also getting some aiming auto sway. Nothing too important there, though. But I will bring up the stats to show you guys real quick. Again, a little bit of recoil control, 15% increase in our bullet velocity, very important there, the 12% increase in our minimum damage range, and a 13% increase in our effective damage range. So this weapon is going to be very good in our gunfights, long range, up close, it doesn't matter. This thing is going to fry here. And then jumping into my final attachment, guys, we are going to the optic, and we're going to be adding on the Jack Glasses optic. But like I say in my videos, though, choose what you guys like. There is so many great options. Choose what you guys like, but I'm going to be adding on the Jack Glasses optic for my final attachment. Now, for my next weapon, guys, we have the BP-50, which I think this is one of the best weapons in the game. There's so many different builds you can make with this assault rifle, long range, up close, SMG version. There's just so many great builds with its time to kill that it has, its recoil control and everything. There's just so many great builds. And for my build, though, we are going to start with the conversion kit here, and we're going to be adding on the Ravager kit. I believe this should be the only way you should use the BP-50. I think it's really good up close, medium range, and you're pushing it going into those longer ranges depending on how far it is here. But with my build here, you're definitely going to be able to take your gunfights from up close to super long range. This build is going to be super nice, but we're going to add this on here, turn it into an SMG, and we're going to jump to the rear grip next and add on the IV grip tape, just extra recoil control, extra gun kick control, and have really good firing aiming stability on this weapon. I want to make this weapon calm. I want to make it smooth. I want to make it accurate, but I also want to have great control of this weapon. So, in my opinion, if you're going to use the Ravager kit or just a BP-50 in general, I think the IV grip tape should always be on the BP-50 when making a class setup. So, we're going to go ahead and throw this on for a second attachment. Now, we're going to jump over here to the laser next. We are going to be running the iron sights on this class setup here. I think the iron sights are nice. They're very easy to see out of, very open, very clear to see out of. So we are going to skip the optic and go to the laser next here, and we're going to be adding on the Chimera RYL33 laser light. Now, the only reason why I'm running this attachment is the crazy amount of sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed that we're receiving here. So we're going to be more aggressive, move faster on the map. We're shooting faster off a sprint, aiming down sights lightning quick. We want to be aggressive, just get as many kills as possible. And I think this attachment is going to help out so much on the BP-50 SMG. It's going to make it very nice having that aggressive playstyle. So, of course, we're going to add this on. Now, for the muzzle here, we are going to be adding on the quartermaster suppressor once again. We're off the radar, we're staying stealthy, we're being quiet, going on those higher kill streaks, gun streaks, getting our nukes, increasing our KD and everything here. I feel like the suppressor, the quartermaster suppressor, is the best muzzle in the game. Not just being off the radar and everything, but the amount of recoil control and gun kick control you're getting, especially on the BP50 SMG. It has a lot of gun kick and recoil. We're going to cancel all that out and also be stealthy, so we are going to add this on here. And then getting into my final attachment, I want to make this weapon even more broken. So what we're going to do here is add on the high grain rounds, increase our damage range, increase our bullet velocity here. Now, I will bring up the stats. We are getting a 15% increase in our bullet velocity and damage range, making this weapon super broken. Now, for our third weapon, guys, we have the SUPERI 46. Now, this SMG is easily one of the best weapons in the game still. Very popular. Everyone runs it here, and I have you a brand new build you guys are going to absolutely love here, but we are going to start with the stock here first, and we're going to be adding on the Rescue 9 stock. We're going to get tactical sprint speed, movement speed, and recoil control. This weapon needs those two things, very important here, mobility and recoil control. So this is going to be a great way to start our class up here with the SUPERI 46, so add this on here. Now, we're going to drop down to the rear grip here and add on the Sakin ZX grip. We're going to get some recoil control and gun kick control here. We're going to cancel out all the recoil on this weapon here, make this weapon not move whatsoever, so you can take your gunfights up close, medium range, long range. It doesn't matter. You're going to be able to hit your shots very accurately, doesn't matter what range. This is going to be a very helpful attachment here, just canceling out all the recoil, gun kick, recoil. It doesn't matter. This weapon isn't going to move, so we're going to add on the Sakin ZX grip. Now, I do want to increase the time to kill on this weapon, make it even better here. So we are going to the ammunition type here and adding on the high grain rounds, damage range, and bullet velocity that we're getting here. Now, I will bring up the stats. As you guys see here, we're getting a 15% increase in our bullet velocity, minimum damage range, and effective damage range. So our time to kill is going up faster. Our bullets are traveling further. They're hitting harder and traveling faster. So this is going to make this weapon even better. And I think this is a better choice rather than running a barrel that gives you damage range. So we're going to add on the high grain rounds. For the underbarrel here next, we are going to be adding on the paracord grip, a very good attachment to run us on SMGs here. Aim walking steadiness, aiming auto sway, sprint to fire speed, some horizontal recoil control, but also here we gain some mobility. We're getting movement speed and aim walking movement speed, so that's pretty cool here. Moving fast around the map, so that's going to be a great combo with the stock here. We are getting some recoil control, so that's going to be a good mix on this weapon here, and also getting more sprint to fire speed, so we are shooting faster off a sprint to win those gunfights, have that aggressive playstyle, which is always good here. And then jumping into my final attachment, guys, we are going to the muzzle and adding on the ZM35 Calm Save Flash Hider. I like using this attachment on the SUPERI 46 with that firing aiming stability that we're getting here, making this weapon very calm and smooth when firing here, but also we are getting that extra recoil control in our horizontal recoil and vertical recoil, so that's going to be really good. And also we're shortening our radar ping, making this weapon very broken. Now for weapon number 4, guys, we have the DTIR 30-6, the most broken gun in the game as of right now. Really good up close, really good at long range. No matter where you use this thing, it is super broken. And I have you a new build you guys are going to fall in love with here. We're going to start with the optic here. I'm adding on the Jack Glasses optic. Add on what you guys like. So many great options here. I do like the Jack Glasses optic the most here. Clean optic, firing aiming stability. Not too many optics do that. We also get a blue dot, which I do like the most here. So we're going to add on the Jack Glasses optic. For the stock here, we are going to be adding on the Rifleman 200 stock. We're just getting some recoil control here, gun kick control, and some aiming auto sway. This weapon kind of works the same way as the STG-44. It doesn't have recoil, but the weird shots that it has makes it have a lot of gun kick, so I do want to calm that down here. So this is going to cancel out most of the gun kick on this weapon here, and it's going to make the recoil control very easy to use in those gunfights here. So I do want to add on the Rifleman 200 stock. Now, we're going to drop down here to the magazine next and add on the 30-round mag. I think the 30-round mag is all you need here in multiplayer. If you're going to use this weapon in Warzone, I would use the 40-round mag here. 30-round is plenty here. The time to kill on this weapon is insane, so you really don't need a 40-round mag on this weapon. So we're going to stick with the 30. We don't have to reload a lot. We don't have to reload in the middle of those gunfights or anything like that. So I do want to have a nice flow with this weapon, so the 30-round mag is plenty. The underbarrel here, we're going to add on the XRK MW3 hand stop grip. I want to work on some mobility. I want to work on some handling. It is a battle rifle, so the mobility isn't the best on this weapon here. So I do want to increase its mobility. I want to get into more engagements. I want to have that aggressive play style, move faster around the map. So the MW3 is going to help out a ton. So I do want to add this on. And then getting into my final attachment here, we are going to the muzzle. I'm going to add on the quartermaster suppressor again. I want to be off the radar. I want to stay stealthy with the best gun in the game. And of course, we are going to cancel out all the gun kick on this weapon and recoil, so this weapon isn't going to move at all. It's going to be very easy to use in those gunfights no matter what range. Long range, up close, it doesn't matter. This weapon is super easy with this build. And then jumping into our final weapon, guys, we have the Static HV SMG. Now, this SMG did receive a nerf here in the Season 6 update. Still a good SMG. I do have to rank it number 2 here. If you want to let me know in the comments, what do you think is the number 1 ranked SMG? Please let me know in the comments here. But we are going to start with this build and go to the stock here and add on the SUPERI 34 light stock. This is the best stock for this SMG if you want mobility and handling and still have great control of this weapon here. But if you do have, really good recoil control and everything without running attachments, I do recommend the no stock. You do get a huge chunk of mobility and handling here, but you are losing a lot of recoil control and accuracy. So it's really on what you run around here. The no stock is great for mobility and handling here, but you are losing a crazy amount of recoil and accuracy here. But the SUPERI 34, you are getting a little bit of mobility and handling, but not losing as much recoil. So it's really on what you want to run here. But for me, I'm going to stick with the SUPERI 34 light stock. Now, for this class up here, I want to change it up a lot. A lot of people like to run, an optic on this build, which, I'm not going to be running an optic on this SMG here, but we are going to jump over here to the laser next and add on the Camaro RYL33 laser light. Now, this is going to give us a huge chunk of handling, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. Now, we'll bring up the stats, 15% in our sprint to fire speed and 9% in our aim down sight speed. So we are having that aggressive play style, aiming down sights quick, shooting faster off a sprint, get easy high kill games, having that aggressive play style. So we're going to add on the Camaro RYL33 laser light. Now for the barrel here, we are going to be adding on the Karat 8 long barrel. Now this can increase its bullet velocity and range. We're going to fix the nerf a little bit here. We're going to increase its damage range by 25% and also get a 25% increase in our bullet velocity. So now our bullets are traveling even faster now. They're hitting even harder to give us a faster time to kill. Does it fix the nerf all the way? No, but it does make it a lot better in those medium to longer range gunfights. So this is definitely an important attachment to have on the Static HV as of now here. And then we're going to jump over here to the muzzle next and add on the quartermaster suppressor. Again, I want to be stealthy. I want to move around the map without being seen on the radar here. So we're going to add this on, stealthy and quiet, and also we are getting a lot of recoil control and gun kick control, so this weapon isn't going to move whatsoever. That's going to be really good here. And then jumping into my final attachment, guys, we are going to the underbarrel here and adding on the MW3 hand stop grip. Now this attachment is just going to help us move fast around the map. We have that aggressive play style, get into more engagements, get those high kill games, and also with the barrel taking away a little bit of mobility and handling here, that's going to fix it up a bit so we can move fast around the map, but also have a great time to kill here. But here's the full build, and I'm telling you guys, these are the top 5 best class up that you need to be using right now here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 6. Go ahead and try them out. Let me know in the comments if you drop any high kill games, increase your KD, get any nukes. Just let me know in the comments. But guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.